Hi. Squid Game. That was fun. One thing I did think they should have added was a game of ProClubs as the last game. Imagine your life depending on beating this thing. Alright, back on topic. I just released a glitch video regarding how badly optimized ProClubs was for the start of FIFA. The first of which was the beloved blurry screens. You know, the one that made you think you need glasses or to just uninstall this piece of Okay, EA have finally come out and acknowledged this as an issue, and they've stated that they have finally addressed it. Really good stuff. As quoted by EA, gameplay could sometimes appear blurry when using the Pro camera, and as a result, they have finally fixed this safety hazard. Now, the second thing that I alluded to in my previous video was the fact that some ball trails and positional dots weren't visible, especially after you had paused the game and then resumed it. For some reasons, they had just disappeared. Now again, EA has recognized this and stated the ball trail was not always visible for player-controlled goalkeepers, and in turn, they have finally fixed it. Both patches are really good. Now we gotta discuss the huge changes that they're making for keepers. EA has reduced the effectiveness of goalkeepers when diving for top corner shots taken from inside of the penalty box. As you can see from the little video below, this change specifically applies to shots taken within 37 feet or 11.27 meters of a goalkeeper. So essentially, it's anywhere between your goal line and where they enter your box. Something really interesting that they had included also was the fact that they believed prior to the patch, these sort of goalkeeping saves weren't actually realistic. So they provided a video of how goalkeeping would look post-patch when a player shoots a high finesse shot. So we know well in advance now what we should be expecting. Now to offset this, and something that I actually really like is the fact that EA has added new goalkeeping animations, in which these can occur when a keeper is attempting to save a high finesse shot. And as a result, this change is intended to provide more authentic looking goalkeeping reactions and also very slightly increase the effectiveness of goalkeepers saving finesse shots. I'm interested. I see a lot of new animations for foot goalkeepers. However, I haven't seen many for pro clubs. Sounds good to me though. Onto a couple important but more general goalkeeping fixes and changes. The keeper could sometimes incorrectly attempt to make a save with their hands. See, I would never know about this. EA, please put this back. Another big change to goalkeeping is that sometimes they would not make an attempt to save the ball following a shot if the shot had occurred close to the keeper. I've experienced this one time in the whole of FIFA 22, where the shot was essentially a P-roller from outside of the box, and my goalkeeper just stood there like that red light, green light girl. Overall, we knew that keepers were going to get a revamp in the next patch, so this is really no big significant news. But there are definitely some small and big changes coming to goalkeepers soon, so we're just gonna have to wait and see. Now, more generally, when speaking about pro clubs as a whole, they've patched some pretty important things, like the Brentford Community Stadium being made selectable when customizing the club. Are you serious, EA? Jail time, this needs to go to the Supreme Court. Okay, enough. Players could not back out of a match search after repeatedly searching up to multiple times. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys watching have experienced this exact issue like I have, so I'm really glad that they're fixing it finally. Another pretty annoying one was the XP glitch, where the visual overlay detailing the amount of XP earned was not appearing, so you'd think that you weren't earning any XP after playing 15 minutes against a two-man team. You clearly were. It was just a visual issue, but they fixed that little glitch, that misconfusion that happened to a couple players. And just to end it, I'm going to talk about the nice little changes that they've actually implemented for general audio and video. Things like them adding new songs to the EA Sports album, as well as the Volta track. Now, one of the biggest and most beautiful things that they've finally fixed, those kit clashes that you could not fix. I'm pretty sure they were referring to when you had to select the kits for your opposition, how they just show up in white all the time, and if you had a white kit yourself, you were screwed. Also, the fact that sometimes managers could not select kits, whatever they did, it was like stuck on the menu screen. Now, I really hope they're referring to all these things that they finally fixed, because these issues have spanned long before FIFA 22. They've also updated and possibly, hopefully, added some new commentary lines, crowd chants, badges, goal songs, balls, etc. That man of the match thingy, sometimes it wouldn't display for certain people. They wouldn't give you what you deserve, which is that big bloody diagram diagram in the front of your screen. Anyway, I'm talking about the biggest FIFA Pro Clubs myths, including things on save assistance, builds, buttons to press when you're diving. All these little things I'm going to address and bring up and talk to you about what is right and what is wrong in the next video. Stay tuned and enjoy Pro Clubs without the blurry screens.